Now, the last week has certainly tested this administration. Mistakes were clearly made, and as a result, we let down the people we're entrusted to serve. I know our citizens deserve better, much better. Now, I'm the governor, and I'm ultimately responsible for all that happens on my watch, both good and bad. Now, without a doubt, we will cooperate with all appropriate inquiries to ensure that this breach of trust does not happen again. But I also want to assure the people of New Jersey today that what has occurred does not define us or our state. This administration and this legislature will not allow the work that needs to be done to improve the people's lives in New Jersey to be delayed for any reason. I come before you once again for my fourth time to report to you on the state of our state. And the good news is that today, the state of our state is good and it is getting better. We're a long way from the finish line, but we are also a long way from where we were 1 year ago. Challenges remain, and I will not rest until every person hurt by Sandy has their life back to normal. That is my mission. Now, we could have chosen to go down a path of continued tax increases and fund the state's addiction to spending, but we didn't. We held the line against any new taxes and brought spending in the current fiscal year to a level below fiscal year 2008, 6 years ago. We need to create an attitude of choice. Attitude of choice is not about choosing everything. It's not about saying yes to everyone. It is about us setting our priorities and choosing to invest in New Jersey where it matters, and to put in place the reforms and the reductions that will make that possible. Our cities and our towns are stuck with a series of costly state rules that increase the cost of local government. As the cost of government grows, taxpayers, property taxpayers, are paying the price. Now, we've worked with the Senate to try to pass real consolidation and civil service, shared services reform. We haven't yet got it done in the Assembly. We need to have an effort that includes everyone responsible for property taxes: the Senate, the Assembly, our administration, and local governments, to provide them with the authority to run their governments like a business, to consolidate, to share services, to cut duplication, and ultimately to reduce property taxes. Sick time should be used when you're sick. And if you are lucky enough to be healthy, that should be your reward. Sick leave has been abused too many times, and the cost is real. Almost $1 billion in liability facing New Jersey towns, $880 million to be exact as we stand here today. And it will only get higher if the system is not fixed. These reforms are common sense. So let's lift this billion-dollar albatross off the necks of New Jersey's towns. Let's together, in a bipartisan way, enact the zero means zero plan and stop these payouts in their tracks and the harm it does to our taxpayers. Now, our pension system is burdened by some who collect disability retirement because they claim they are totally and permanently disabled. But then they turn around and go back and work full time. This is wrong. And it hurts our system and the people who really deserve the payouts. So first, we've established by executive order a special unit to prosecute pension fraud. But we need to go further, so let's go further. We need to solidify our pension system and reduce costs by reforming our disability retirement system to end this fraud and abuse. Let me be clear, we're not talking about taking away benefits that people deserve. But if folks are going to abuse the system, it hurts every person who needs the system when they're really, really injured permanently.
But then at the end he says, well, we can't afford to make our pension payments. That's not right. So we need to do something that we can work together with, something that's viable. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a soundbite. It has to be real. It has to be of substance.
When we did the pension reform, which was very controversial, very difficult, very hard to go to people who had done nothing wrong and ask them to make increased payments to help protect their retirements, the state said, through the legislative leaders that are standing here, we would do our part and make these payments. It would be a break of the public trust to not follow through on that.